YT, what's happening with you, baby? It's your boy LS Swap Guru, man. Today we about to do the first startup on this 1986 El Camino. Here's the cam LS Swap. And check out the full suspension by Autumn American. I'ma holla at you. And they ain't gotta look pretty, you know. I'm gonna throw that shit on there. So they actually have like a little toggle switch right here that you can't see. But basically, this is Granddad's favorite display right here. So this is setting number 1. Pretty cool, right? All painted up, calipers painted, everything's painted. Painted the frame back here and stuff to make it look all pretty. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice video, y'all. This is a nice video. What's happening with y'all? I'm not sure if I even made an intro to this thing or not. I'm not sure if this just continue another video, so we just gonna start this thing and get it going. I have the suspension on the driver's side complete. I should have told Rudy to buy sway bars, tie rods, basically a full connection kit or whatever, so he's gonna have to do that. But we got the kit on. As you can see, the whole driver's side is basically fully done, assembled. Also upgraded the brakes. The new brakes rotors is not on yet. Rotors or brake pads aren't in yet, but they're all painted up. Calipers painted, everything's painted. Painted the frame back here and stuff to make it look all pretty. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice kit, y'all. This is a nice kit. The rotors is on their way right now. Did not go with drilled or slotted or anything like that. Went with a factory rotor and rotors and pads, that way he can have warranty on that stuff. And for the driver's side, passenger side, excuse me, I ain't gonna lie, the rear went together quick. The front part, I didn't have the bolts and stuff like that, so I had to go get the bolts, and that's basically what kind of threw me back for a loop a little bit. But anywho's, I got the lowering part down here, so all this part is basically on here. The lower A-arm is on, already installed, already assembled. My clumsy ass dropped the bolt somewhere on this side. You see this one? That bolt is missing, but this bolt is on. I do not tighten this stuff down until I have everything 100% and fully assembled. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm going to grease these things up. I'm going to oil these things down, grease it up before I stick this coil in. You know what I'm talking about? So let's get to it. I can actually record because I actually think I don't have any footage on this. So it don't matter what kind of grease you got, don't matter what color grease you is. Calm down. It don't matter what kind of grease you have, as long as it's some type of grease good, because basically this is the whole coil setup. Make sure you have because they have it to where basically like this coil can go at the bottom and lock in too. But with it being a coilover, you don't do it like that basically. This is the setup that you want right here. The short coil is going to go at the bottom of this, on this portion here, the adjuster, and make sure your Autumn American, there you go. Make sure the arrow is facing upwards in the right angle. So right now, I'm just going to take this up a couple spins. And they ain't got to look pretty, and I'm just going to throw that thing on there just like so. Like I said, it don't have to be pretty. You want to make it on there. So put that on there like so. Spin it back down. Now, where'd it go? So this here, this is actually going to help these things slide a little bit better and adjust. What up, Big Ed? Eddie Bible just walked in the building. So this piece, you guys see this one right here has like this little roller piece on it. This one goes in, I don't know what the hell the name of it. I'm just acting like I know what I'm talking about. That piece actually goes in the middle, so make sure you don't mix them up. And I think that is enough. Put this back on the top like so. And I'll just try to match it to the other side. And when installing the coil, you want to make sure that this adjusting nut or whatever, this basically adjusts your, let's see if you guys can see that. Can y'all see that? Get the camera off me. There's basically a nut right there. It goes 1 through 6. I always set mine to 3. So let me do that right now. And 3 is basically like, the higher you go, the more firm it is. So 3 is like right in the middle. That's when we were staying, huh? Gosh darn it. There we go, there we go. So 3 is always like more. I have never had to adjust the car after 3. Most of the time I put it on people's car, they be like, nah, that's perfect right there. I actually installed a decent amount of these kits, so. Never did the A-arms, never did the A-arms. This was the first time installing the A-arm kits that they supply. So now that we got this all situated, you know what I'm saying? I need some bolts and put the coil on. Slap that thing down, take this apart. And it has a jam nut, it has 2 nuts. Make sure that you don't lose your jam nut. And from here, I'm about to go pull it inside the A-arm, get this thing installed, and finish this front suspension, you know what I'm talking about. Get back with y'all uno momento. Hopefully autos don't come in by the time y'all get here so I can show y'all the rotors and brakes and all that. Peace. YT, what's happening, man? What it do, what the business is. So I haven't got as much footage on this El Camino as I should have. Reason why we've been busy, we've been trying to get cracking. We got a lot of cars that's been here for a while and actually should have been gone by now. But the workload is crazy. Everything keeps flowing, which you know, obviously we grateful for. And being here, and I'm trying to focus on this gas. Y'all know gas out here down there $6 for 91. So just an overview on the car. 1986 Chevy El Camino. It has a 5.3. It has a 5.3 with a nice cam. I went ahead and upgraded Rudy because he was a great customer. I went ahead and upgraded him to some 241 heads. Did some nice valve springs, hardened push rods. To keep hardened push rods, he has an LS6 intake, ceramic coated mid-tube headers. And we got an appointment with the exhaust shop tomorrow. We're expecting pickup to be this weekend, so basically before. Oh my! I soaked my whole leg, man. Talking to y'all, man. I'll get to y'all right after this, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I can't multitask when it comes. Y'all know I'm always spilling gas, man. Try this one more again. Nah, I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Hold up. Damn, just did it again. There we go. Hold it up high, and then I can watch it. So, anywho's, basically getting right into the video. I'm gonna start off with some All-in-American. Towards the end of the video, you guys can see actually what we done. All we need to do is a little bit of cleanup on the wiring under the dash and also inside the car. We did an odometer gauge install on this thing as well. Has about the new update actually has about 7 settings on it. I might show you guys all of those. And I'm being thirsty for the first startup. I didn't want to put all the gas in there because I was trying to check for leaks and stuff like that. But I got distracted, so it is what it is. Gonna fill this thing up, test for some leaks, jump the fuel pump, and then fire this thing up. I don't know how, some way, somehow, I soaked my whole freaking leg, so my leg burning a little bit from that gasoline, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not burning, it's just itching a little bit. But you guys have my full attention now, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm actually going to fire up the video. I'm hoping I put this in sequence right now. This is supposed to be towards the end of the video, so if you haven't done so already, please do me a big solid, man. Like, subscribe, show love, hit the thumbs down. Only if your ugly ass is a bum. I don't want to mention the giveaway in all the videos or whatever and take away from the car, but the giveaway is going just as planned. I'm actually going to be going to the machine shop today to drop off the heads. I'm going to be showing you guys a video. I'm hoping this video, today is the the 22nd. Today is the 22nd, so on Saturday, I'm hoping I have the video uploaded to where you guys see the engines, you guys see the heads, the oil pan, and all that stuff like that. I am back selling harnesses, so if you guys need a harness, holla at me. Email will be right here, the lswapguru@gmail.com. But enough of that. Back to the El Camino. I can show you guys. It looks like a little mess up in here, but it's, sorry, Rudy, it looks a little crazy up in here. But the dash, you guys seen them plenty of times. We started it. Wow, boom. So for a lot of you guys that wants to upgrade to Autometer dash, I don't know the number. This is not a sponsored video for Autometer, nothing like that. But if you want to get you a Autometer dash, they have a couple settings. So I'll walk through it and check it out. I'm not going to leave a link. Just Google it. You can find it. That's how I found it. I'll show you maybe one or two, and you guys let me know in the comments what you think is the best one. So they actually have like a little toggle switch right here that you can't see. But basically, this is Granddad's favorite display right here. So this is setting number 1. Pretty cool, right? Setting number 1. This is Rudy, let me know what dash you like, big dog. This is set number 2. This one is actually I think this one's actually cool too. This one actually, let me cut it off and I'll cut it back on so you guys can see it. So this was the one that's on that Monte Carlo that I have that I did. Number 3. So I actually think there's only 4. This one right here is cool. It gives it more of a like a I'll probably need to lower the screen so you guys can actually see. This is like more of a like a vintage style. And then display number 4. Yeah, there's only 4 this. I don't know why I thought it was more than that. This one right here, I think this one was probably the coolest one. So between this one and the blue one, I think those are probably the 2. But other than that, we have under the hood, got the battery. Is this thing even charging? It's charging now. Oops. Trying to fix the battery charger. Oh yeah. And she working. It's crazy because this one right here, I think this one was only like $300, $400. Granddad bought $1,000. He bought $1,000 freaking thing and it don't even work from Snap-on. So don't buy that one. Where we at in the build now? We're gonna start dumping the coolant inside and pretty much start doing all the troubleshooting things we need to do to get this thing fired up. I have not fired this thing up yet, as you can see. The header, my hand is on the header. This is legit the real first fire up. I'm going to try to do this thing from the front. Like I said, 5.3 cammed, LS1 heads, LS1 Camaro heads. It has, this is my first time actually installing this kit. And I was worried a little bit, but it does have clearance right here. Like a little itty bitty tiny clearance, you know what I'm saying? So pulling the alternator off, you damn near gonna have to pull the whole bracket off, but I do think it's clean. Rudy wanted to be able to actually see the head, which he can do. And if I put the cover over like that, like so, I'm actually doing some wiring right now. Wiring the fans and all that kind of stuff. So power steering, it was a super tight fit on here. You guys know I run the hydraulic hoses on everything. So here is the pressure side on this kit. And then that's the pressure side right there. Return, I just ran it directly to there. It actually does not require a clamp because this has like a nice lip right there to where that thing isn't coming off. And I use a push lock, just push that one in. Just for it to have a real clean look. I have not yet ran the oil catch can. And I mean, other than that, we have the trainee lines installed. Already ran to the front of the car. So we really on crunch time. We told Rudy, like I tell everybody, typically takes about 2 months to get the swaps done. I'm not promising anybody anything. Different cars comes with different situation. It all depends on how the customer pays as well. Hold on real quick, y'all. This is the Bible. I hung up on him first. So we always do this game. Well, it ain't a game or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We just try to see who can hang up first. I hung up on him first. I got his ass this time. But it doesn't take long to do these swaps. It all depends on the customer. So basically what I'm doing, I went back to, I let a couple people slide, man. I ain't gonna lie, I let a couple people slide. So basically I went back to all parts are paid up front in full. Half labor is paid up front. So that way we get all the bugs and issue out the way. We make sure all your parts is here on time. And then another thing was, I tell, if you're coming out of state, it's different. But everybody else, I tell them, listen, you don't have to bring your car until your parts get here. There's nothing I can do aside from pull the engine and transmission. So the way that Monte Carlo was built so fast was because I had his engine, I had the engine, transmission, wiring harness, fuel system, engine mounts, and headers. I had everything here before the car even got here. And then once I had all them parts, I was able to install the engine in the car. So I was like, all right, go ahead and bring the car through, pull the engine out, and oh, actually the car's here. Oops. The car's actually here, so I can go show you guys. Might be a little dirty underneath the hood because for whatever reason it might be dirty. It's been outside, it's dusty a little bit. We went, I had to go to the AC shop, got the AC line, so all I have to do is literally put a relay on this thing and this thing can go. So this is the Monte Carlo right here that I'm talking about, the one that I built. The AC is pretty much already done and taken care of. Like I said, I just got to wire one relay up, and that's pretty much it. So this car right here, this car wasn't even supposed to be here this long. This car wasn't even supposed to be here this long, but you know, like I said, everything is going to be based off how the customer pays. If you pay in full like Rudy did, hey, it is what it is. You jump to the front of the line. Reason why? Because you have all your parts, everything is easy, everything is flowing. Why we got momentum on the car, it is what it is. So, come on, camera, work for me, not against me. There we go, there we go. So yeah, like I said, it all depends on how people pay or whatever. Just a full, I'm not sure how this video is going. I'm probably taking forever to do the startup on you guys. But just a full walkthrough, all the American suspension in the rear. If you haven't seen the video before, it's already posted the rear. The front suspension, everything went well after I had all the bolts and stuff that was needed. This is probably, I have an El Camino as well, as you guys know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this thing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing maybe a giveaway as is. Maybe I do an LS swap, keeping it a 5-speed and keep it for myself, or do an LS swap and I don't know, I don't know what to do with the car. I got way too many damn cars, man. But this kit here was a great install. I'm dying to see how it feels on the road. But I have not primed this fuel pump, so let me actually prime this fuel pump, put it in the bottle, get all the dirt. If you guys don't do that, it's very important. Even though it has a brand new gas tank under here, every single car that I do, even if I do it off camera or whatever, I turn the fuel pump on and off, on and off, on and off. You have new lines, new rubber hose, new regulators. It's going to be some kind of dirt in here, so you want to make sure that you actually, this is the tip. You don't have to do it, but you don't want that trash and debris going inside of the engine, so I always put it inside of a bottle, on and off, on and off, on and off, whatever. Maybe after about 10, 15 times, you'll see the bottle kind of gets a little dirty. Dump that out, put it in, and once the fuel is coming through clean with no dirt in it, now you're ready to start that thing up. So I'm going to prime the engine. The way that I prime the engine is by undoing the coil packs. I can actually show you right now. So I undo this coil pack. I undo that coil pack. And with both of the coil packs, I got to spray these covers, valve covers. Now that the, make sure that, it don't even matter if the fuel is hooked up or whatever, it's not going to start. So the way that you prime the engine, literally all you have to do is turn the key forward and crank away. And I can see right here, you can actually hear the dash too. I do this on every single car or whatever, so maybe I do it before the video, but whatever. But as you can see, the oil pressure is rising. And we just hit 40. Oh, this is a good oil pump. Hit a little bit over 40, so now what I can do is plug the coil packs back up, and that's basically how you prime your engine. Some people do it, some people don't do it. I just like to do it just to get all the juices and stuff like that flowing. But now it's time for the nitty and gritty. It's time for the meat and the bones. Time for the mashed potatoes. I'm gonna prime this thing, get this thing fired up. Peace. All right, you guys, so this is gonna be the first fire up of the LS Swap Heads and Cam 1986 El Camino. Turn this battery charger on to jump mode. All right, I got the battery on start. So unfortunately, there won't be a startup on this video because I looked up the VIN information. This is why I always go to the wrecking yard and get the VIN, get the computer myself. So the company that I bought the computer for, you can see at the top, it's a 4.3 V6. So I have no credits to this computer, meaning it's a V6. I don't have credits. I got to basically contact HP tuners. It'll cost me $100 to license this computer or whatever, which is dumb. But if it's like a Tahoe, Yukon, Suburban, Silverado, any of those files, I'd have been able to just, you know, I would have been able to do it right now on the spot. So I have to go get another computer. Well, I have another computer here. I'm just going to swap the computer out. But where the computer is located at, it's too much work for me to pull it out. So for right now, if you guys listen, the ignition does. Camera's showing good. Y'all hear the fuel pump right now? It'll basically do this. It's trying to start, but it's not going to start because the BATS, which is the vehicle anti-theft, is not deleted. So, man, it's just one of them days. Peace. Like, subscribe, show love, hit the thumbs down. Only if your ugly ass is a bum. Next video, you guys will be seeing the exhaust and full driving. Everything on here is pretty much ready to go. So, catch y'all tomorrow. Peace. For safety purpose, I feel like I'm becoming a safety man today. For safety purpose, make sure when you're doing your first fire up, you have a, what is the name of that thing? You have a fire extinguisher next to you. Have a fire extinguisher next to you. Just do a quick scan of the car. Make sure there's nothing actually in front of the, what is these things called? In front of the harmonic balancer, electrical fire, smoke fire, oil, like transmission fluid. See, listen, you hear that? I just found a leak right now. So that's the reason why we check, and the leak just came out of nowhere. So it's coming from injector number 1. So I'm going to fix this real quick, and then we will do a fire up. That's why you check and make sure you have no fuel leaking. Always, I don't know if you guys can tell, maybe I post a picture right here, but the side of my face was burnt because I was testing the fuel pump and it ignited. So ever since then, I've been real careful with fuel, man. So give me a second. Let me fix this little injector leak right there. Y'all see that? I show everything, man. I'm not one of those people that don't show it. Show everything. It has a small little injector leak right there. Let me fix that. Maybe replace the O-ring, and then I'll get back to you shortly. YT, what's happening with y'all, man? So let's start off by saying it's a completely different day. But it's a completely different day. We're gonna get this thing fired up. But first, I want to say shout out to my boy Ty, and also shout out to my boy, I call him Lil X, Lil Xavier, you know what I'm saying? I call him Lil X. Shout out to my boy Diesel, big dog, you know what I mean? Came through with the Rode mic, brand new in the box. Came through with the instructions, and he also got me a freaking light, y'all. He got me a light, man. So he said, Ty was like, hey, bro, try these out. See if you like them, you know what I'm saying? See if you like the wireless connections. So I'm going to try those out. And like I said, he also bought me a light. It was a video that I recorded, and I went outside to do something. He was like, man, Dad, I can't see him. So what they did was bought me a light, so I can go outside and record with it. You see that? Damn light is bright as hell too, man. It gets brighter, it gets brighter. So shout out, man. Shout out to Ty, and shout out to shout out to Ty, and shout out to my boy Lil X. I appreciate y'all. Anyways, getting into the video. I swapped out the computer. Didn't do any of that on camera. I also wired up the fuel pump. That way we can get this thing fired up the right way. Granddad was here earlier and tried to fire it up, whatever, and oil shot everywhere. I told him, stop touching stuff, man. What are you doing? Stop touching stuff. So we have not yet wired up the fans, but for sure, we can get those done. Sure, that's only like a little 10-minute job, something like that. But I'm gonna move all the wiring away from the front. We have I have coolant in the car. I also have the trans fluid. It needs a little bit more trans fluid, so I'm gonna do all that. And for the time being, I guess I'll just get this thing fired up so you guys will be able to hear it for real this time. So I'm gonna set my camera up, and hey, this is the first fire up, y'all. I kind of want to scoot it back because, like I said, I do believe some oil did spill underneath of there. Like when you turn the ignition on to crank it, oil shot up everywhere. So we got that plugged in. So maybe I'll just, oh yeah, there we go. I'll push it back just a little bit. Ugh. I'm using my strong arm. That should be good right there. I'll set the camera up. We'll fire it up and leave it started. This is going to be the official, real first fire up. Let's get it. Fire in the hole. And there you guys have it, man. 5.3 Camaro heads, cammed, LS6 intake. And I think that's pretty much it. She's ready for the exhaust shop. We had to reschedule the appointment. We got an appointment for the exhaust on Monday. So on Monday, she's going to the exhaust shop, man. And from the exhaust shop, I think we're going to tow it to the exhaust shop, and we're going to tow it back here. And then tow it to the exhaust shop. We're going to tow it back here. And I got to adjust the suspension on this thing because it's a little bit too low. I'm not sure if you guys can see. This thing is it's pretty low in the rear as well. It's pretty low back there too. So when I preset the coils, I always start my coils low because it's easier. I feel like it's easier to take them up. So actually, I set them in the rear. I always set them a little higher because it's easier to bring them down than it actually is to go up. So now what I'm gonna have to do, it is what it is. Basically, I have to reset the. Basically, I have to make the adjustments on the front, make the adjustments on the rear. That way, when I'm driving, I won't be hitting no dips or nothing like that, scraping up the exhaust and stuff. So I'm just gonna play it safe, tow it there, tow it back. Once that's done, and it's running and driving right, keep in mind we did a big brake conversion in the front. We also did a disc brake conversion. We did a posi 373 gears. We did bigger axles and did a disc brake conversion in the rear. The front, we basically did the same thing. Went to a 2-piston caliper setup. So got to check the brakes, make sure that everything. I'm over kicking stuff. We got to check the brakes, make sure everything is running and functioning good. This thing smells. It smells new. It smells new, man. So I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe, show love, hit the thumbs down only if your ugly ass is a bum. We got about 100 tickets left for this giveaway, and I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna get with y'all. If you don't know what information to the giveaway, here's the email right here. You get your spot. It's 150 spots, $75 per spot, 4 winners. First place, $2,500 or a 5.3 heads and cam. Actually identical to his, aside from the front accessory. Comes with a harness, comes with the intake, comes with the computer tuned by me, or $2,500 cash. Second through fourth gets $500. So total of 4 winners. Enter for your chance to win, and stick around for that video. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Peace.